Good morning. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber, and it is Tunisian Thursday. Yay! Hold on, just a second. Oh my goodness, I had to put some labels up. I'm trying to work on getting this label off of here, but it's leaving behind. It left behind a little bit of residue, so I'm gonna have to use some tape. Do the old tape trick. Try to get it off of here. Good morning, Melissa J. And Frizzy B. BB, good morning. And Marianne, Tammy, good morning, everybody. Come off of there. Come on. Need to clean this off so that it gets smooth to use, you know? And so I showed a picture of the AWL thing to my husband, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I have a couple of those different sizes." I was like, "Oh, well, that helps. I need one. Can I borrow one, please?" I knew he had to have something because he has like literally every tool, it seems like. There's a running joke with him and his buddies, like, you know, if you need a tool, go ask, you know, my husband. Like, I can't get this one side right here. Does it want to come off? Good morning, Rebecca. Lana, Nana, Banana. I love that name. I got another one. This time I actually tried the medium so I could actually wear the pants, and the shirt actually fits pretty nicely. I'm going to start collecting these jammies from Walmart every year now. So I've only got one or two more to get before the end of the season. So the next time I go to Walmart, I'll pick up the Snoopy ones. I think those are the only ones that are left, are the Snoopy jammies. There's the Grinch, there's Snoopy, there's this one, and I can't remember. I think there's just those three. I feel like there's a fourth one, but good morning, Arlena. I, for some reason, cannot get the adhesive off this one side of this hook. Does not want to come off. I wish there was a way that I could put it down like this, but I almost need another set of hands. But it's sticky right there, so like trying to have yarn run across this, I am getting the PJ bottoms. Well, the first one, the Grinch one that I got, it's a PJ set. They're all PJ sets. It's just the large was too big, so I decided that I wasn't going to wear the pants on the Grinch one, but well, so does doing this, apparently. There's definitely, I don't know if you guys can even make it out, but there's definitely a, oh, it's not going to show. You can definitely see a faded look. Where is it at? Can't find it. You can see it in person, like it's just faded where the label was. Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm going to try it with some yarn and see what happens, and then I'll use some other stuff to clean it. Oh, that's so cool. Good morning, Grammy Rita. I love that he brought you that stuff, Melissa. Brought you a Grinch meal from McDonald's and a bag of Grinch kisses. Oh, I love it. Hershey's Kisses. It just dawned on me this morning why this pajama set was cheaper than the other two. It was $5 cheaper. And it dawned on me this morning. I'm like, you know, it's probably because this one is not branded per se. It has a brand or like another copyright, trademark, whatever you want to call it on it. It's just Marion Bright. Nobody has ownership of this. Good morning, Susan. The other two, Grinch and Snoopy, are obviously other people's, so they probably bought rights to those, and that's why they're more expensive. Well, I think I got this as clean as I'm going to get it for now, because I want to use it now. Okay, so I have to show you something. I worked on my Luck of the Draw bag yesterday to get it caught up. I'm still like, she's putting out week 7, I believe, today, and I'm on weeks just finished. I just got week 5 put on. I went ahead and decided to do black. Look, it's blending in. I think the black will look okay, to be honest. So I know you can't really see it. I need to put the white on top to top off the bag, and then I'm going to do straps for the rest of the weeks. Good morning, Margaret. Yeah, I started putting on that variegated yarn on it, and I was like, I don't like it. It wasn't fitting the vibe. Yay, Zach, that's awesome. So glad to hear that. I hope at least you're going home with the answers. I bet you could probably find those at Walmart, Marianne. That is so awesome to hear, Zach. I'm glad you're going home. Again, I hope you're going home with answers. And then I also finished. Put these up. Put them in here from upstairs so I didn't have to carry them. I had that much left of my thing here. So I gotta put the tail in. I don't think it turned out half bad. The fault line of the seam throws it off just a little bit right here, but I think that's just more just, color work. And you can see it right here. But I think it still turned out a cute little hot pad. I should have went a little bigger with it, but that's okay. And then I started working on the hooded cowl thingamabob. And I decided instead of going up and over, I went around. I just went ahead and did like what I was seeing people do. And they leave it open right here. So I'm going to go up and make it taller. I'm using, y'all look, I'm actually doing the cobble stitch on this. And I'm using the extended half double crochets. That is not treble crochets. Those are half double or extended double crochets. And instead of doing the whole loop-de-loop twice, it goes a little bit quicker, I think. But on the single crochet rows, I was adding increases. So I've increased it out a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I'm done increasing or if I need to go a little bit further for my hood part, because it's going to open right here on the side and go up and around. And this is going to be the turtleneck, face covering thing. So there's that. So the extended double crochet actually works for the cobble stitch. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't spam us, but I put it on for like every 10 or 15 minutes. So I put it in there and I put to support the yarn addiction. I mean, my YouTube channel. Click on over to there. So you'll have to let me know if that works for you guys. Thank you, everybody. So next thing on the docket, excuse me as I burp. Empty my little project bag here. Ooh. See, the only thing I want is like these little bags. I love these little bags. I can see what's in them. I like the crinkliness sound of it, but I need a handle on these. I want a little handle right here. I wonder if I put some grommets in here, you know, if I got one of those little grommet tools, if I could put some grommets here and I could make my own handles. You know? I wonder if I could do that. Right, Margaret? They really are. Need our blood. Give me the blood. Okay, I'm all tangled up here. What is going on? Why am I tangled up? This is my ears getting all muffled. Allergies. I know I've got to have them. I just don't do anything about it. Much like my husband. Okay, I was going to frog this and use this morning, but to save us some time, I'm going to not use this for now. But I came across Tunisian double thick pot holders. Yay. Okay, so I brought out my scrap bin. This is the yarn I bought from Walmart the other day. I got some more of this. I will pick these up every blue moon and have a whole bunch of them on hand. Just because you can get like 1 or 2 hot pads out of these, depending on how thick you make them. You can get, I don't know, you can get all, like for $2, you can get like a whole item out of that. Let's see, I need enough to do the pot holder, so I'm going to do this. Let's see. I might just do the gray just because I have enough of it. I know it might blend, but that's okay. I don't really need it to stand out, really, because it's... Anyway. Okay. I'm trying to think which one's going to show. Which one's going to be the knit. So this will be the forward. This will be the return. Okay. So let me pull up my pattern here that I found online. It is by, what was this called? Nikki's Homemade Crafts. I've seen her a lot around. Okay, go back to the, there we go. All right, so I need a chain 31. Chain 31. Okay, I don't need this up here. It's taking up space. And then that can go in the scraps. That can go in there for now. This can go over there. Okay. Anywho, I'm all situated for the most part. Move my mouse out of the way here. Okay, so need a chain 31. So they use a double-ended hook, 5.5 millimeter. I just happen to have a Susan Bates double-ended one here. So the first little bit is actually regular crochet. So I could, in theory, use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, but you know, why? I could just use this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hello, Michael. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. So I am making double thick Tunisian Now this isn't Tunisian, but I'm just showing this to you guys for reference. So I'm going to be making one of these like double thick magic pot holders. It is made the exact same way where you work it up and then you fold it to where it seams up like this instead of across here. And I found a pattern for one on a creator's blog, nikkishomemade.crafts.com. I've seen her on YouTube before. I didn't realize she was into Tunisian, so one single crochet in the back loop all the way across. So for 30 single crochets. Oh goodness, Michael. It breaks my heart that you deal with these flare-ups. Let's see. Drag Icy in from the bigger. He's like, I am in my element, Mom. Let me be outside. It's 3 degrees outside. Y'all, this is like early December. We normally don't get these single digit temperatures and negative temperatures until like December, or sorry, late January, early February. I feel like it usually comes around January, February, not December. The cold has hit quick this year. Good morning, Lisa. Michael had surgery? What? You had the surgery, Michael? I didn't know that. I missed it somewhere. I feel like a bad friend. My ear has decided to like get muffled or something. Like it's like try to decide if it wants to. 55. I would take 55 right now. It's not by 70, but I would take it over 3 degrees outside. Oof. I'm actually about to bump up my heater because the current temp right now inside is just a little bit chilly. It's got a little chill in the air. Bump it up. Bump, bump, bump it up. Okay, go back over here. Thank you. They're saying the Midwest is getting the coldest end of November, beginning of December since 18. It is. Well, Tank, if you knew, I'm sure everybody else knew. A lot of people knew. I'm sure a lot of people knew. Okay. Let me know if that Ko-Fi thing pops up too often for you guys. Because I wasn't sure if I got it put in right, so I'm glad to see it working. So yours is at 71, yeah. Mine is 70 right now. It's just a little bit chilly for some reason. It's 70, y'all. I'm chilly in this house. It's single digits outside, and I'm sitting here going, it's a little bit chilly in the house at 70. Yeah, mine is outside is 3 degrees. I don't know what the feels like is. Feels like -4. Oh, it's 5 and -2. Our high for the day is 22 with a low of 5. It's crazy because these temperatures don't usually come around until, gosh, I want to say like mid-January to mid-February. Mid-January to sometime in February. I'm not sure, to be honest, too sure. Yes, Panda better be taking good care of you, Michael. Oh, yeah. Just, you know, it's going to snow just to look pretty and to drive all the people nuts that, you know, whose bodies don't react well to it. And then also all the, you know, the smart drivers out there that don't know what to do when it snows. Oh, this is driving me nuts. Causes me to hear myself inside my head. The reverberation of my talking. Don't like it. 57. Oof, I would take that too over the outside temperature. Although I'm sure you would love to have at least 60 or 70 in your camper where you're comfortable, not hot, but comfortable. That's good. Yeah, my mom had surgery 2 days ago. She's doing better. She said the pain's getting less every day, although it's only been almost 2 days at this point. Okay, how do I go from here? I can't remember. I don't want to watch the video though because that'll take up time. And crochet around that one row of regular crochet in a circle, continuous rounds. I can't remember how I keep going. I don't know why I can't remember it. I had it like pretty set in my head, but now it's like not. Oh, crud. Oh. Come on. Why are we taking so long to load this page? It never does this. There we go. All right, I muted it. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my sound for you guys. Okay, so she just goes right around. And just pulls up stitches. Until, okay. Just goes right around. All right, let's see. Rainy day here in Washington with high of 45. I'd take the 45 too. Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, those are quick and easy to whip up. All right. It's funny because it says to fit as many as you can on here, and I'm like, I think I can fit my whole pot holder on here. It's definitely not going to be a very big pot holder because it's going to be like this big. It's half the width of this. Ooh, Michael, that sounds cool. Yes. That would take me till next year to finish. So if you could get on that, like right now. No, I'm joking. Oh, 37 would be nice because then it would melt all this snow that we still have on the ground. I'd say we have several inches still left on the ground. So I was like, when I came across this Tunisian pot holder, good morning, I was like, ooh, perfect. It's Tunisian related and it's a pot holder that I can make. Maybe it'll be a pot holder that, you know, I end up making a bunch of. What? Maybe with a little better attitude there, dude. Thank you. The ski resorts, yeah. I bet they are. Open early, too, I bet. I don't know how early they open, though, typically. That'd be a great thing to use. If you have any hand-dyed yarn with wool in it, that'd be great to use that up for some leg warmers. You know, I get cold around there, and I don't think to put, you know, I don't like wearing really tall socks, so I wonder if I would even care for leg warmers, you know? I know, Michael, I'm just giving you a hard time. Like, I need it now, so I can have it done by next winter. I cannot wait to see that holiday jamboree blanket. Again, something that'll take me till next year to finish. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I have, what am I on, 20? I have 20 rows left on my mom's blankets, so I feel ya being so close to the end. I keep saying to myself, I need to get that finished because, you know, I wanted to make it for a Christmas present, and I've only got, you know, a couple more weeks. I'll get it done. I just need to stop working on other things. Look, I could go all the way across this. They say go until you can't fit anymore on your hook. I'm like, I think I can get this whole thing on here. I think I could get the whole thing on here. I don't have to, but I think I could. Because it's, you know, it's one of those worked in the rounds like Michael, have I showed you my squares? I've got 5 of them done for your stocking. I still gotta finish the other 8. I got 5 of these done. So Panda was on here and wasn't able to help me. But does this look right, this corner right here? I know I know I need to block it, but like, does that corner look like what your corner's turned out? Like how flat it is? I need to know. You can't tell. Oh, that's sad, Melissa. And I'm not joking. Like, that's sad when you can't taste coffee or anything. Mm. This yarn has a good smell to it. I think my husband's trying to come down with a cold. Like that guy does not stop coughing. He swears he goes through fits. I'm like, dude, it's a year-round fit because I don't think it ever stops. There's like a day or two in between when it stops and then it's back again. It does look off, and that's what's bothering me about it. Like, I went around the corner like you said in the video, but like for some reason it's, I don't know, the bind off part. It's where it binds off. So, I don't know. I figured I'll make it work. It maybe that one because that they're not all that flat. Stop grabbing that yarn. That one's flat. Yeah, they're all flat like that. I don't know what I did wrong with it. But I followed it around like you said to bind off. I probably should have just stopped, you know, before then. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. I'm following your video, but like my brain for some reason, like, because I'm watching both your videos of doing it in the round, doing the squares in the round, and then I'm going back and watching that one too, because the video you put out where you show just the square in the round, that one you have a little more detail too than the Christmas one. But all right, Nightbot, let's not spam them, please. Melissa, you're funny. You're funny. No. How do I keep going that way if my return pass is over here? Maybe I do need to not have so much, have the whole thing on here. I'm getting confused. My brain like shut down this morning. My goodness. Yep, she does the slip knot thing like you, Michael. Oh, she does turn it. Okay. Okay, so I do go back to the other end. Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense now. Okay. Oh, Tank, is it messing up for you? It might be because I had that video playing. Blah, 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 blah. I wish I could mimic that just to make it actually sound like that. Good morning, Sharon. Okay. I am doing Tunisian crochet in the round. Yep, I'm making a double thick pot holder. I wish I could come up with my own design and give you guys a Tunisian pot holder, but I'm using somebody else's pattern. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. Gotcha. Here, let me copy the link to the one I'm watching, and I can share it with you guys if you guys want to check it out. Here's the Tunisian pot holder I'm making. Double thick pot holder. There you go. So I'm just using a gray for my return pass because I think it will hide. Michael, tell me if I'm right. If you're still here. This pot holder I'm making is a knit stitch, but you do the knit stitch on the forward pass. So that would be what would show, right? Because you're pulling that forward. Because you're pulling that yarn forward to make the knit stitch when you're going forward. And then the return pass hides, if I remember correctly with what you talked about with doing that stitch. I don't know why I'm moving so slow on this. Like I'm like a snail. I'm also using a Susan Bates hook, so I don't know if that makes a difference. It really doesn't make a difference using a Susan Bates hook for my Tunisian hooks because they're pointy like this. That would be very distracting. That would be very distracting. It was a lot of a Tunisian crochet sweater. Oh, cool. What am I going to say next? All right, I'm going to leave 2 on there. Or 3, technically. All right. That just cracks me up. Okay, so I just keep going around to the other side. There we go. Getting that first one started was a bit of a pain. Y'all are cracking me up this morning. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to make a double thick Tunisian pot holder. Apologize, Michael, if you are. I don't know that you have one on your channel yet, do you? That'd be a quick make for you to put out. Okay, I just wanted to get around that corner. Gotta find my yarn. If I remember correctly, the knit stitch, the forward pass is the yarn that you use on the forward pass is going to be the yarn that shows through. Yeah, like if I like this enough, I'm going to make more. And then I'm going to figure out how to make it in different designs. I want to be able to figure out how to do Tunisian in the round in different designs, you know, instead of just simple stitches and knit stitches. Because I want like a honeycomb stitch, you know, but I don't know if that's doable in the round. Excuse me. I don't know if that's a stitch right there or not. Do I make it a stitch or not? I don't know. I can't tell. It's in the corner over here. You know, I'm gonna make it a stitch. I think it is one. Oh my gosh, stop giving me both the strands. There we go. My chat stopped moving. Is it still connected? Let's see, go over here. I don't need that anymore for now. The seaming up is the part I'm gonna have to go watch to make sure I'm doing it right. Nope, it's frozen on that side too. Okay. I'll just keep going. Gotta turn my hook. What was I gonna say? Don't you remember? I don't remember. Oh, I need to figure out a strap for my look of the draw bag, my ball sack. I don't know how to get it started. It's quite quiet today. I was just thinking yesterday that I haven't heard my favorite song yet, so I have to go and purposely play it. But my favorite Christmas song, one of them is the All I Want for Christmas, or no, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. I think her name's Gayla Peavy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but that is my probably #1 favorite song. No worries. No worries, Sharon. Okay, so when I come back around, I'm going to start knit stitching. So I go in the legs like so. Bring up my loop, maybe. Yeah. I think this is what I need to do. Hopefully it flips the other way, because right now it's bowing in. This is going to be a super double thick hot pad, because Tunisian is thick in and of itself, and then you're double, like, you're making it thicker. Like, I need to go back and tighten that down. I don't like how loose that is. The nerve, right? I'll pull this back out for a second. All these tails, tell you what, they're driving me nuts. There we go. Once I get this a little taller, it'll be better, those tails. So now I'm just knit stitching around. Oops. I thought that was a tail, but it's my working yarn. I know, right, Melissa? Just inundated with phone calls. That's okay. You know, no stress. I'm here hanging out, talking to myself, having a conversation with you guys when you pop in to say something. Okay. I just like getting around those corners. Telling you what though, tails are driving me nutsos. When I get a little bit further, I will probably, maybe try to sew them in. I'm hoping I can just hide them inside. Hide them inside the pot holder itself when they get seamed up. I can definitely see the appeal of this. Like, it's still slow because, you know, with Tunisian you work, like knitting, you work one row at a time. So it does move a little slower, which I need to retrain my brain that just because something takes a little bit longer to make doesn't make it any less fun, because I don't need to have it done right this second, you know? As long as I'm doing it right and correctly and it looks good after it's done, that's all that matters. Oh, fun. I have a little bit of that, Melissa, but I didn't have enough of it to make a pot holder, so well, a Tunisian pot holder, so this is all I have left of the one. So it's that monkey, yeah, that monkey red, the monkey sock monkey. Michael, this, I can only do this now, knowing what a knit stitch is and a Tunisian simple stitch is, because of you. And all the different things that I do with Tunisian is because of you. Going to the diner with the boys and they talk hunting, so I'm bringing you all with me. Good morning, Magic Frog. Yay, Rebecca. We're going to be in Rebecca's head while they talk deer and hunting. How fun. Yeah, this is pretty much done in the round until you get it as tall as you know, when the sides finally meet up with each other. These corner ones are a little tough to get to because in around here, but I'm gonna make it work. Okay, I'm gonna get around this corner. Oopsies, about dropped my stitches. You made a washcloth with it. I know. I am tempted to make that sock monkey, but I don't know. Actually, I might be able to do it now because I think it's a knit. Can you tell me on the label if it's a knitted? I think it's a knitted sock monkey. Yes, this is working out like I wanted it to. I was like, because the gray that I'm using is basically just so I have a return pass. You don't really see it in this. I'll have to show you guys here in a sec. Let me get around this corner real fast. And it is folding in on itself, so I'm going to have to like fold it out. Hopefully it'll work. Good morning. Oh, pancakes. We might have pancakes. Well, no, we're going to have turkey. So we're going to take some of the turkey that my husband spatchcocked last weekend. Yeah. And I'm going to take that and get some like chicken broth or vegetable broth and some gluten-free noodles and some frozen veggies, and I'm going to make a turkey noodle soup. Although I'm going to make a separate batch. I'm going to make 2 small batches of it because he wants these egg noodles, and they don't make gluten-free egg noodles. I could make my own egg noodles, but I'm going for quick and convenient tonight. You know, throw it in a pot and call it good kind of thing. I don't want to deal with homemade stuff today. It is knit. I thought so. That's why I've never wanted to do it, because it's knitted. But, you know, I do know a little bit of knitting. I don't know. I don't know if it's a pattern I'd be able to follow, though. I've never followed a written knitted pattern yet. I have followed video tutorials, but not a written pattern. All right, let me get to the other end, and I will show you what this is looking like. I'm actually enjoying this quite a bit because it gives a little bit of like a variety, so to speak, because I know I'm doing the same stitch over and over, but I'm doing so many, and then I'm flipping it around, and the act of flipping it around and doing the other return pass part of it keeps it fresh, I guess. You're having spaghetti and meatballs this evening? Well, I asked my husband last night, I was like, what do you want for dinner? Like, you know, he goes, well, I don't know. I was like, that is not what I asked you. And I was like, see, you don't help me when I ask. You say, I don't know, and I don't care. And then it's like, and then he complains we don't eat well because we're always eating like pizza and eating out and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, you don't help. Give me ideas. I was like, what is something that I can make that we haven't had in a while, or something different? And that's when he came up. He's like, well, how about a breakfast thing? And then he came up with the turkey. And then he said turkey pot pie, and I went, no, I don't want to make turkey pot pie. I can't make that gluten-free without making biscuits to put in it. Again, I'm going for quick and easy and simple tonight. I want dump and go. I don't want to do homemade today. So, okay, let me show you. So this is technically the see, it's curling in on itself. So the inside looks cool too, though. But let me show you. The outside is going to look like this. So I've got two-ish rounds of the knitted stitch done on one side there. Come on. Camera, focus. All right. So you can kind of see two rows of knitted stitch kind of going here, and there's one down here. The blue in the center is the single crochet row that I did to start. Actually, no, there's 2 rounds on both, 2 rows on both. There's a blue round and a yellow round down here. There's 2 yellowish rounds up here. And then the inside is going to look like this. I kind of want to make a second one where you see this on the outside. And it has like a pearly kind of look to it. It looks really cool. I like the inside just as much as the outside. Oh my goodness. It doesn't even give you the pattern for the sock. It just says knit a sock. I am going to make the Tamagotchi bag. I got to get my mom's blanket done. Like, that is my focus, is to get that darn blanket done. Actually, you know what? I might, real quick, go through and get yarn out for that. Well, then yeah. I gotta find where I put, which one of these is my purses and things. Not that one. It's the variety show, you know. You come on here and things change. I think it's in here. Yeah, I am going to make that Tamagotchi bag. Just got to find where I put it. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. Thank you for asking me about that, because I can get the yarn. I've been meaning to get the yarn picked out for this to see if I have what I need. So, all right. I don't mind putting my Tunisian down for a minute to do this. I'm glad you said something. All right, so it has purple. I don't know how much I'm going to need, though. It doesn't tell me. I don't know. It doesn't tell me how much of each of these I'm going to need. I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess 2. I have at least 2 of these. That should be enough for the bag. Yeah, I don't mind necessarily cooking, but I also don't want to stand in the kitchen for 3 hours homemaking everything. So like I just went quick and convenient tonight. I'll, you know, baby steps. You know, I don't mind cooking too much. Okay. Ooh, no. Okay. So that should be enough for the main part. And then I need a pink, which I don't have. I don't have a good pink. I mean, I have this. I'll use that pink. I like that pink. And then I need yellow, green, and blue. Yellow, green, and blue. Okay, so yellow, I'm going to use... I'm going to go neon. I'm going to do safety yellow. I'm going to go safety yellow. I know that's not the color they use, but I don't care. And then green. I'm going to go with gecko. I'm going to go with gecko if I have any extra anywhere, which I don't. So I'll just pull a new one out. I'm going to go with the gecko green. And then I need a... Looks like there's 2 blues. This looks like a lighter blue and a darker blue. Or is that white? I can't tell if that's white or... Like, This one looks white. The screen looks white here with black. But this one, I don't know if it's just the way it was printed. This one has a bluish tinge to it. But I'm thinking white. I got white and black, so I just need the blue. Okay. And then that blue for the buttons. So here are my colors. I mean, I might need more of this, but I'm going to wait till I'm done with my Luck of the Draw bag because I have it in there. Which is not that color. No, I need more of this pink. I don't remember what this pink's called. I think it's just hot pink. I don't know. Because I need to finish my bag before I can use most of the pink. Or do I just use this Diva pink? I mean, it's more of a reddish pink, but I don't think it matters, to be honest. I think it would look okay with what I have. My Tamagotchi bag colors. And this is for my sister. This is not for me. So I was going to use this, but I think I'm just going to use this since I have enough of this. And honestly, I don't think I'll need a lot, but all right, Kendall. I hope you have a good rest and feel better. She wants a Tamagotchi. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be awesome to find a Tamagotchi from like back in the day when they first came out? Not a new one. Would love to find a vintage one. An actual like made in the 90s, 80s, whenever they came out. I know I had them as a kid. In the 90s. So. Alright, pattern. I need to find a tote to put all this in. I'll put it in that one over there. But I'm going to get back to my Tunisian. Oh, I can turn this off now. I don't know why my phone was still on. Since you said that, Rebecca, what about using this instead of white? Using a gray color. I think it would look okay with what I have because it looks like a screen color. Titanium gray. I think that would look fine as a screen. I think that's what I'll do instead of white. And then the black will show up just fine on there too. I think that's what I'll do. Oh my gosh, he does that at the same time. I need to figure out how to spread them apart. Let's see. Let's see, commands. Oh, and for my moderators, I should tell you this. Use it, okay. You're gonna use a gray too. Yeah, I think the gray will look fine. It contrasts enough with the purple and the black. So for my moderators, if you type in exclamation Ko-Fi, it should post my Ko-Fi link if we need it to. Oh, you have the originals. Oh, that's so cool. I would, you know, this is how bad I held on to things. I don't know what happened to my clarinet that I had in high school, and I wish I still had that thing. It was a professional grade clarinet. My mom had it for the longest time, and I think she lent it out to somebody else or gave it to somebody else. Let's see. The bees comes on every cancel. Timers. Every 30 minutes for the drop your link. I don't know. And then I have every 10 minutes for the Ko-Fi link. So yeah, if you do, for my moderators, if you type in the exclamation Ko-Fi, it will bring up the addiction, I keep reading Yarn Addiction. It'll bring up my Ko-Fi link. Which I'm considering not doing 10 minutes. I might do like, let's do every 20 minutes. And then if we need it more in between, we can do more in between. I think we'll try that. All right. Oh, these little tails. Slipknot tails. Whatever you want to call those tails. There's that damn cat. I wish we would stop using our backyard as a litter box. I need to get my spray bottle so I can just reach out and spray them because it sprays a long distance. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning from the Midwest of the United States. I don't know why I said that. Yep, my newest collection is going to be these jammy shirts from Walmart every year. I don't care, and they're comfortable. They're so comfortable. I would rather wear them during the day than just for jammies. Because so far, the two that I've had do not have anything about sleep related on it, which isn't a big deal, even if it did, but. So I am working on a double thick Tunisian crocheted pot holder thingy, hot pad thingy. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are very welcome for the membership. As content creators, we're gifted 10 to give away. So I try to give away a few at the beginning of the month, or, you know, because they allow us to do up to 5 at a time. And so I do, you know, 5 towards the beginning of the month-ish, and then I do the other 5 towards the end. So just an FYI, towards the end of the month, there might be a couple days where I am not here, but as of right now, I don't know if, I think that's only going to be one day. Because my husband was saying something about going down on the 26th and coming back like the 28th or 29th. So I wouldn't be gone very long. Good morning, Arrow. So I want to start, so I've got Tunisian Thursdays. What weekday should I pick to do knitting? to bring in knitting, because I have knitting machines. I can do knitting machines for my knitting, and I can also do small knitting projects, because I still have a knitted chunky hat I gotta finish. What day would you guys want to, I mean, would you guys even care for me to talk about knitting on here? Because what I want to do is I want to try and make a hat on my knitting machine at least once a week. If not once a week, every other week or so. I want to make a bunch of hats next year to donate, whether locally or to K&K Crochet's Bumblebee Mountain Outreach. So, and I'm kind of wanting to just give a little bit of a not a refresh, but just bring a little bit of freshness to my channel, so that way it's not just the same old me sitting here, you know, just doing this every day. Where do you get a hook like this? I picked this one up at Joann's before they went out of business, but it's a Susan Bates double-ended hook. I'm trying to think, maybe Amazon. Hobby Lobby does have some double-ended hooks, but I don't know if they have this size. The one I have is a 6.5. This one's a 5.5. So there's a huge difference between the two. But I want to say Amazon for sure, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Let's see. You know what? Maybe tomorrow for Friday we'll start the Tamagotchi bag, because I do need to get it done for Christmas. Susan Bates double-ended crochet hooks. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon. There's a 10-inch one, 6mm for $6.55. There's a 5mm for $8. They range in price, but you can find them online. I want to get a set of double-ended hooks. Clover also has them. They're called double-ended Tunisian crochet hooks. There's a J size for $9 on Amazon. So yeah, you can at least, get some ideas on Amazon. But Hobby Lobby also has them. You're off to the diner. Make a hat Mondays. Do that. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a day to maybe bring in some knitting, because then I can also hand knit the chunky beanie hats. I could do those, but then I can also use my knitting machine, where you guys will get to listen to it go click, 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 click for about 20 or 30 minutes. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to make a hat on the machine, and then it takes me another 10 or 15 minutes with talking and things to. I was able to knit a hat in about 45 minutes to an hour way back in the beginning. So that's, it would take us, I feel like I would be able to get a hat done if I don't stop and chat too much. Well, I mean, normal amount of chatting, in an hour and a half. Oh, let's see. You finished your brain you were working on. Yay. Yeah. I remember you saying that, Tank, and so I figured out how to do that. So I am making a double thick Tunisian crocheted pot holder. So basically I'm making one of these, but in Tunisian. So it's going to be a Tunisian version of this pot holders. But yeah, Amazon, Hobby Lobby for sure. Hobby Lobby has a couple. I want to say the last time, the one Hobby Lobby I went to, they had like 2 sizes. But this Susan Bates one I got at Joann's before they went out of business. And they only had the one size. Otherwise, I would have gotten more sizes. But I was like, I don't need 1,000,005.5. So I only got one. But I am thoroughly enjoying this. I need to quit finding things I thoroughly enjoy because my mom's blanket is never going to get done. And then I have all these pretty colors sitting here on my desk now for the Tamagotchi bag. I'm going to have to figure out how to line the bag, though, because I'm not a hand sewer, and I don't use sewing machines. I know I could watch videos to figure it out, but yeah, nope. I'm not confident enough to do the sewing myself. And I know I could glue it in, but my confidence on that's a little bit low because of Jeremy saying he had to tack the one. I was like, oh, I didn't get it glued well enough. So if I do glue it, it'll be extra glued. It'll be extra glued. It almost kind of has a rainbowy look to it. I like the way it's turning out. And the inside just looks just as cool. And the tails are slowly getting out of my way. I kind of figured they probably would the further I get into this. What happened here? How did I get tangled? Did I twist the wrong way? Been twisting these the right, certain directions to keep them untwisted. And somehow I got them twisted. And this is literally just in the round, but it's a spiral. So you're not joining or anything. You just keep going until you have it tall enough to fold in on itself and make a square pot holder. Hello, Ivy Bee. Good morning, good morning. Working on a double thick Tunisian crocheted pot holder here. I need to find a day where I don't, once I get my mom's blanket done, I think that's going to help. Because once I get that done, I'll have a little more freedom on, I have freedom to do whatever I want when it comes to making things, but like, I don't want to spend all of my time doing everything else and not getting my mom's blanket done. And so I think once I get that done, my brain will be freed up enough more that I can do, like I can take a day and do nothing but stitch marker, bag charm stuff. Which, by the way, I need to figure out how to buy some decent beads in bulk. Like I want good glass clay beads where it's not these cheap plasticky ones that I keep having to buy from, whatever. And I'm really bad about going to like the strands of beads that they have at the stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and going, oh, I don't know which ones to get. There's like 200 different designs to choose from. And I'm just like, I don't know which ones to get. Like even to make it for myself, like I just don't know. So it's like I want to, I don't know how to choose the color. So I just need something that gives me like a bulk of a bunch of, beads that I can just pull from and not have to think too much about, because too many options gets my brain flustered and I give up on trying to decide. So, oh my gosh, school is going amazing with the kids so far. And then we've only been doing the online now for the older two for maybe 2 weeks-ish. And then the youngest has been flying through his. But I started him out on a lower level just to fill in some gaps and help with the reading. I feel like I'm not putting enough loops on my hook because, like, what do they call it? What did Michael call it? Like, not dump off stitches, but take off stitches as I'm working in the round. I can't think of what that terminology was now. Where I fill it up and then I turn it and do the return pass. But I feel like the return pass goes so fast or something because I no more and turn it and I'm already going back to filling the hook back up. Option A or B, 1 or 2. That's what I need. Just 2 options to choose from. It's like I don't know. Too many choices makes my brain go deer in headlights. Don't know what I want. No, don't know what I want to get because I go into it trying to figure out what colors to get that would sell. I want to make things that people want, and so that's why I keep asking you guys for help. I just don't. Oh, I thought I dropped it was just a twist. I thought I dropped a loop, but it was just a twist in the yarn sitting right next to the hook. My heart about dropped down in my chest. I was like, no. Yep. So next week, I told my husband that I showed him the picture of the pattern that my daughter wants for Christmas, me to make her for Christmas. So each of my kids, I've asked them what they wanted me to make them. The middle one didn't get a choice. I made him something already, but I think he'll like it. The youngest asked for something specifically, so I'm working on that. Which I haven't gotten any further. I just got the head done. It's Frizzy Bee's Floppy Cat. I was hoping to make it a little bigger than this, but he'll like this size. And my Miss Melissa on here gave us the bright idea of doing granny square pants, and my daughter read that to her, and my daughter went, ooh. So guess what we're making for my daughter? And I hope I can get them done in time. So we're going next week during the cotton sale, the yarn sale, to pick up cotton. But I was telling him, and he just smiled with a small little giggle of like that she wanted those granny square pants. So she's gonna get granny square pants, and hopefully I can get them done. And this bag for my sister. I don't even know if I'm going to see my sister for Christmas. We don't really do a family gathering much anymore. Maybe I need to change that and start doing a Christmas gathering at my house. Be like, look, I know we live 2 hours, 3 hours away from a lot of y'all, but hey, we're going to do a Christmas thing. If you want to come and hang out, and I don't know. I just don't want to deal with making food. That's the only thing, is I don't do well with preparing food for large amounts of people. Miss Frizzy, are you coming on at 11? I'm assuming you would be. I wrapped this yarn around this, and now it's like I'm having to stop and pull a bunch off every little bit. I am really liking this. I might have to make another one of these, but leave the purl side out, because I think that would make a cool looking washcloth just as much as a knitted one. Because this Tunisian stitch is the Tunisian knit stitch, so it looks just like a knitted stitch or a knitted piece. And I think, I don't know, I think that would look cool because the color just pokes through just a little bit. That's funny. Yeah, I schedule mine on here as soon as I'm done with this one before I get up. Just that way it's done and I don't have to remember. Right where I basically click end stream, this button comes up right next to it because it goes from end stream to go live. And when that go live button is on there, next to it is a button that says schedule. So it's right there. I just have to remember to do it. I usually do. Yep. California's got some decent weather for sure year round, but I don't know. I honestly, I hate being humid, sweaty, hot, but honestly, I could sacrifice that, dealing with that, to live back in the South again. Live in southern Alabama, northern Florida. I don't want to live on the down, what is it called? The main part of Florida that's down where it's where it is hugged by the ocean. I would rather live up like I would call like the Panhandle area, the northern part of it. Yes, they still get hurricanes and stuff up there. Ouch. But I don't know. Again, I would sacrifice dealing with hurricanes and humidity to live in the South again. But my husband, he's a wimp. No, I say that because he likes the weather here in the Midwest because it kills the bugs. Which, okay, I get that, but I don't know. I definitely don't want to deal with bugs, but I think that's something else I would just live with to be able to live in the South again. -6 in Minnesota. Brr. Is that the feels like temperature or the actual temperature? It is the actual here currently is 6 now, so we've gone up a degree. When my watch first showed me it was 2, but then when I went into the actual weather app on my watch, it was 5. So we've gone up a degree since the last time I checked. This is actually kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not mind numbing, but mindlessness. This is definitely something I could see sitting in front of like a movie or something and just whipping this up. Once you get started, or once you get it going, it moves pretty quick. I have to pay attention to the time though, because I could lose track of time working on this. But I mean, I'm going to sign off with you guys and literally go upstairs and sit at the table and do this while I listen to the school that my youngest does to make sure, he's not trying to rush through it. Although I do like the fact that the one day he was trying to rush through it and answer these questions, and it flipped the answers on him to where yes was on the other side is what he had been used to. And so he missed the one question. So instead of getting 100%, he got 90%. Because it only asks him like 5 questions or something like that at a time. My other 2 have had quizzes and tests already, exams as they call them. So they're getting a taste of that. The winds and the snow. We are under a winter storm warning for your area through Saturday. The winds and snow accumulation. We're supposed to have something this weekend too. Like not a lot. Like our percentage is low, so we must be north of it. Excuse me. I don't know where you are in relation to where I'm at. Nice beanies, Marianne. Nice beanies. Excuse me. Weather, not Walmart. Weather and Walmart are like right close to each other and have very similar thumbnails. So it's like I get confused. Oh, now there's no snow in the forecast on Saturday. It must have moved further south or moved up north a little bit. Yay, live scheduled. My life is at peace because, you know, I have my live with you scheduled at 11. That's funny. Let me see. Go to YouTube. Ah, there it is right there. Notify me. I turned on my notify me. So I have my notifications set to where I get all of yours, but whenever you schedule your lives, I do the notify me, and so it gives me 2 notifications. Don't forget. It does the regular one through the subscription, and then it does the extra one with the notify me. So I do like that. I should show you guys what this looks like so far. Let me get these loops on here and then pay attention, woman. I definitely want to go a little wider, I think, next time. But hey, I'm following a pattern, so isn't that cool? So that's the knitted side, and then this is the other side. I think that would look, yes, it's a lot of gray, but I feel like the color would pop through a little bit. It's still, I mean, in person, I can kind of see the color popping through. I think it would have a whole different look to it. So, yes, it has that right there. That's that beginning, but I don't know how else to redesign that to make it look better. But that's what the outside's going to look like once I get it sewn together. That's the part I'm curious about, is how I'm going to seam it. So we will see how that works out. But yeah, these tails are just going to go whoop inside. You're Northeast Tennessee, near Kentucky, North Carolina, Virginia. Gotcha. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to get off of here, and I will see you guys on the YouTube streets at Julianne's here later, and then other places and things. And I hope you have a great Thursday and enjoyed this live with me this morning. If you did, I keep forgetting to mention this, but there's this hype thing that if you enjoyed my lives, that if you want to hype them out there, that'd be great if you remember. But you have to do that after the live's over. If you're watching the replay, if you don't mind, that'd be great. You can do it every once in a blue moon. You don't have to do it every week or anything. Just do whenever you want to do it. And I will see y'all on the YouTube streets and on here on my channel, same time, same place tomorrow. And please remember, you are worth something to somebody. You are somebody to somebody. And know that you are loved here on my channel. Bye, guys.